Welcome to our service for Albion Free Methodist. We want to thank everyone for joining us, both in person and online. Now, I'm going to apologize to all of you tuning in online. This morning is going to be very different from any other Sunday morning. We are going to be having a meal together here and do some fun activities before a brief message and the announcements of our open life groups and how to join one. So, you might want to take this opportunity to just fry up some eggs or whip up some pancakes or go ahead and cook another pound of bacon. Sounds good. And then just stay tuned as we get closer to announcing the different available groups. To everyone joining us in person, go ahead and just begin eating or continue if you've already started.
Hey everybody.
Let's enjoy some time as
this is a little different, huh? Yeah? All right. Hey, like I just said on the video there, go ahead and continue eating. Grab some more pizza if you want to. We got plenty. All right, and make sure you eat enough, but also talk to the people at your table, get to know some people. And hey, if you're sitting at a table that doesn't have as many, move to a table. Like let's go ahead and get together. Let's bunch up a little bit. Enjoy your pizza for a little bit, and then I'll be back in a little bit. We'll move forward and play a game, all right? Let's do that. Okay, everybody, go ahead and kind of finish up. We're going to do something fun in just a few minutes. So go ahead and finish up, or at least swallow. If you are still hungry, though, we got plenty of pizza left. We got plenty of muffins or whatever. But in a few minutes, we're going to be doing something together. So just warning you a little bit, all right? Okay, everybody. Here's the deal. On your table, there's these sheets. Now, they're turned over upside down right now. They got some pens on top of them. But everybody grab one of these sheets, okay? Unless you're maybe 8 and under. I think maybe that might be a little too much. But everybody else, go ahead and grab one of these sheets. All right, everybody get one. Make sure you have one. Also, have a pen. Have a pen. Tom, you want to come up here and help me out for a minute? Tom Smith, everybody. Tom Smith. You guys know Tom? All right. So, on your paper, if you look at it, it says at the top, it says, get to know you. Bingo. Thank you. All right. Get to know you. Wow. Everybody's still putting pizza in their mouth. B-I-N-G-O spells. Bingo. There we go. All right. Did anybody ever play bingo before? Okay. So you have to get how many in a row? 5. So everybody, go ahead and put your initials, your first and last name initials, right where it says free space. Go ahead and do that right now. That's your free space. That's yours. All right? Now, the rest of them have to be filled out by somebody else. Okay? So this is where we get to know each other. So there will be an opportunity. You will be standing up and you will be moving around the room. Please, no punching, fighting, or wrestling. Okay? Let's just keep it to that. But the point of the game is this. You're going to go find people that can fill in the box. All right? So I'm going to walk up to Tom, or actually, I don't know you, right? Hi, what's your name?
Tom.
Tom, do you root for the Buffalo Bills?
Yes.
Okay, so if he does, he's going to put his initials in here, okay? And then I'm done with Tom, though. All right? I love you, Tom, but I cannot go back to Tom. So that's the first rule. The answer could one of mine, correct. So what you're going to do is you're going to go around the room. You're going to talk to people. You're going to ask them. And by the way, you can't just go up and say, hey, fill one out for me. All right? That's illegal, against the rules. Walk up to a person and just ask them, hey, do you prefer cats over dogs? Do you prefer, and you can ask them every single one until they answer one, by the way. All right? But you can only get one signature by one person. Do you understand that? Okay? Once you get 5 in a row, you're going to yell out, bingo. And if you yell out bingo, so I have 3 prizes today. All right? The first person with bingo, this is all from the Village House Restaurant. Hannah's not even here. I can't even. All right? Village House Restaurant, I have 3 prizes. First prize will be $30 gift certificate. All right? Second prize is a $20 gift certificate. Third prize is a $10 certificate. So you're going to want to fill up some boxes. So go ahead. We're going to give you about 10 minutes. Go ahead and stand up and start milling around and start asking people. And when you say bingo, make sure you get Sheila, myself, or Tom. go, people. We already have one that's got 4 in a row. So you got to keep moving here. Bingo, come on up to the front. Come on up. We got 1. We still got 2 more to go. Got 2 more to go. Come on up. 3. We have 3. Come on up, ladies. Come on right up on the stage. Come on right up on the stage. Go ahead. You can keep asking, though. Come on up. Actually. Who was first? Who was first? Who was second? I think it was Linda. Right? Linda, right? You were second. So.
Well, I don't know when I said mine, but it was second.
We said ours at the same time.
Okay. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here, switch.
Oh, we have to be in
There you go. Okay. Go ahead and find your seats. Go ahead and find your seats. Good job. Go ahead and find your seats, and we're going to let you know who the winners are. Okay, your name is?
Linda Logan.
Okay, Linda, let me see your... Who's a fan of Linda? All right. Let me see. You've got... So go ahead and say them out loud all the way across.
Already picked apples this year. Kate and Condi. Went on vacation to the beach. Who signed that for me? MC.
Is that Mike
MC.
Condi?
Graduated from Albion Schools. That was her. Attended the Orleans County Fair. SS. Whoever signed that for me. Rooted for the... That was you.
Susan.
Rooted for the Bills. It was my friend Gary.
All right, so you get the $30 gift certificate. There you go. Way to go, Linda. All right. Next, we have...
Annalise Steyer.
Okay, let's hear what... Some fans. That's nice.
Can't Wait for Christmas was Kaiten. Volunteers for the worship team was Evan.
You know him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Volunteers for the tech team was Kyle. Lives in a different town besides Albion was Xavier. And left-handed was Gary.
Gary, you're left-handed? Where is he at? Good for you. All right. Okay, so Annalise, you get $20. All right, there you go. All right, and your name?
Lois Chamberlain.
Okay, let's hear it.
Lives on a working farm, Jody Neal. Roots for Buffalo Bills. House neck?
Huh?
House neck.
House neck. Yeah.
Right over here.
Where's he at?
No, her.
Oh, her? Vicky?
Vicky.
How you doing, Vicky?
I couldn't tell if that was an H or
Yeah,
Vicky. Okay.
she's paying attention.
Works for Kids Zone. Aaliyah Nider. Roots for a different football team, the Buffalo Bills. That would be you.
Go Browns!
Is left-handed, and that's Jen, your wife.
Jim. Oh, Jen, my wife.
Yeah.
She's left-handed? I know, I knew that. All right, here you go, $10.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you, ladies. You got to push the button.
Don't do anything yet. Just wait.
May I have your attention, please? The staff here at Albion Free Methodist Church are hijacking the stage for a moment. Just for a moment, he has no clue. And because we love his wife tremendously, we are not going to embarrass her by bringing her up. But, my friends, my church family, 1 year ago today, this wonderful couple came into our lives. And they have rocked this church. So, before you leave today, please thank our wonderful pastor and his wife, PJ and Jen.
We stand.
Hey, thanks. That was, so just so you know, I used to work in youth ministry, so that stuff doesn't bother me too much, but I was a little like, what is going on? So, well, I'll start off with that by saying thank you again for inviting us here. She's crying. My wife is crying. You got my wife to cry. That's good. I am too on the inside. It has been a wonderful year. We did joke around a little bit with some other people that said, oh, it's been 365 days. I said, well, it feels like about 730 days. You know, twice for many things. But we are very grateful for being here and grateful for all of you. And, well, as you can see, you know, trying to change things up. I did say in January, I did let you guys know this is the year of change, right? So just trying to do some things new. But what the main reason for this is really because we want to get back into groups. We want to get back into what groups mean and why the importance of groups are. And truthfully, the growth comes from groups. So there's a statement, I've actually said it before, but I'm going to say it again, that we learn in rows, but we grow in circles. Have you ever heard that before? Right? We learn in rows, so it's not a bad thing. We learn in rows, but we actually grow in circles. We grow when we're looking at each other, when we're talking to each other. So go ahead and look around the table real quick at the wonderful people that are sitting with you this morning. Go ahead, just give them a little wave, a little smile. Thank them for coming, all right? So meeting together is very important, and not just on Sundays. And we believe in that wholeheartedly, that it shouldn't be just Sunday that we get together and we talk about God and talk about our faith and more importantly, talk about how that's affecting our lives. See, there's one thing that happens all the time, and maybe you've done this, I'm guilty of this. You walk into church, right? You walk in the lobby and somebody says, how you doing? And you say, good, fine, great, right? Whether or not it is good or fine or great, we say that because we think that's what's expected. Right? And then you say to them, I'm good, how are you? And they say, I'm good, right? Well, in church, maybe because it's in the lobby and maybe you don't want to, do a huge thing about what's going on in your life, that's okay. But really, there's a place where you should be able to sit with somebody and somebody says, how you doing? And you can say, it's been a rough week. And let me tell you what's been going on in my family or in my job or in my world. And a place where those people that you're talking to will be there and say, wow, okay, how can we help or how can we pray and how can we care for you? And that happens best in groups, doesn't it? It doesn't happen so well in the rows, but it happens great in groups. So as we start to look forward, this series, this next month, we're going to be talking about groups. We're talking about creating community. Creating community. As you can see, we're changing some things up. Tom is doing some new things. So anyways, creating community because life is better together. So I want to give you a couple of verses that we're going to be using kind of like to guide us and direct us throughout this next month. The first one is Hebrews 10, 24 through 25. It says, and let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. So that word spur. Now, everybody probably knows what a spur is, especially if you're a horse person. Where's my horse people, right? Some of you horse people, right? But I remember as a kid, you watch the Westerns, right? And those guys, and they're walking. Doesn't it sound cool? Cha-chink, 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 cha-chink. But it wasn't just to sound cool. They needed it. They used it to use when they're on the horse because they're either digging in or they're using it to guide it, right? Well, same thing is true of this word here. This word spur in the Greek, it means to challenge. Actually, it means to irritate. All right? And not like your kids irritate you. We're not talking about that. But there should be a time and a place where we as believers have a chance, have an opportunity to sit with somebody and really challenge each other and push each other into a decision or a choice to have to like really think about what does that verse mean or what is God saying? So the best time that happens is in groups. So spur means to challenge. It means to irritate. So when we're gathered in circles with our Bibles open and we're talking about it, now we can spur one another on. And then the other thing is, just so you understand, maybe you saw my video that I hopefully gave you a chance to know what was coming up this weekend. I talked about the church did not start in a church. Did you know that? There wasn't any such thing as a church. There wasn't a building they met in. Now, they did go to temple at times, but where the original church, where the original ecclesia, the original called out ones joined and came together, was in somebody's home. And you know what? When they came together in somebody's home, they had a meal, right? Now, I don't know if they started eating bacon yet, because there was still that little law thing from the Jewish to the, right? Some of you, all right? But then God came to Peter and said, go ahead and eat. And Peter's like, give me the bacon. I'm sure that's what he did, all right? We have a lot of bacon. Oh, the bacon pizza's almost gone. Good job, all right? But anyways, they met at homes because this is a place where they could meet safely and openly. And then they had a meal. Why? Because meals are those places, right? When you're sitting at your dinner table, my wife and I, I'm very grateful for who she is, because I grew up in a house where, quite honestly, dinner was on the stove. I had a father who wasn't really there. My mom was always busy, so dinner was on the stove. So I kind of grew up in a home where you grabbed your food and you sat in front of the TV, or even might take it back to your bedroom. But then I meet my wife, and we're married, and we're maybe the first week in, and she sits at the dinner table to eat. And I'm like, it's just the two of us. Let's sit in front of the TV. She goes, oh no, we sit at the dinner table. And I'm so glad that she did that, because then it became the thing for our family. And so that became the place for especially our kids. As they grew up, they knew that they could share and say whatever they wanted to at the dinner table. It was safe. It was open for discussion. And so you probably know this too. And if you invite somebody over to your home, when you get to that dinner table, there's an opportunity to just kind of talk and hang out. So the first church, the first ecclesia, the called out ones, the way they were called, they met at dinner. They met over a meal. So I thought it was important to do that this morning, to remind us of our roots, where we came from, and importantly, for why we do this in groups. So now I'm just going to read to you a couple more verses. They're going to be on the screen too if you want to follow along, that really push this model onto us. Romans 16, 3-5. Paul writes this. He says, greet Priscilla and Aquila, my co-workers in Christ Jesus. They risked their lives for me. Not only I, but all the churches of the Gentiles are grateful for them. Greet also the church that meets at their house. Colossians 4:15. He says, give my greetings to the brothers and sisters at Laodicea and to Nympha and the church in her house. Paul starts in his letter to Philemon by greeting those that would be reading it. He says, also to Ephia, our sister, and Archippus, I think that's how it's said, I don't know, our fellow soldier, he says, and to the church that meets in your home. And then finally, Acts 2, 42-47. This is when it first started. This is when they first started going. It says this, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teachings and to fellowship and to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Everyone was filled with awe at the many wonders and signs performed by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common. They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had a need. And then every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts, and they broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who are being saved. Who doesn't not want to be a part of a community that does this, right? Who doesn't not want to be with people that care for each other and love each other and give up what they have so others can have? And then they meet together in their homes and they eat together and they hang out together and they talk. So what's really cool here too is we see that they met in both places. They would go to temple, right? They would go there, but then they would meet at their homes to really talk out their faith, talk out who they knew as Christ in their own lives, and how do they live it out. And the more important thing that I share with people all the time is the reason why Christianity, Christ followers, had so many people start following them so quickly, because they were doing things that nobody else were. They were doing things that everybody else said, nah, that's for somebody else to do. Caring for the poor, caring for the elderly, as well as caring for children who were not wanted, right? And so all of a sudden they looked like, wow. And more importantly, the people in need saw that as a place where they wanted to be as well. So as we look forward into this next month, as we start really building into this, I wanted to make sure we introduce to you, if you didn't know, all the life groups that are going to be happening and where they are and who is the leaders for them. So I've asked each one of them to prepare a short 1 minute, where's my friend Greg, right? 1 minute, just a quick statement of where the group is, what it is that's going to be happening and how you can get involved. So we're going to go ahead and, Tom's first.
So my group, the working name is the Bonfire Collective, and the premise is we're going to meet as a group and there's going to be a bonfire. So the plan is to, like an hour. If you are interested, you'd really only need to bring warm clothing and a chair. And it'll probably move from place to place, but it'll start at my house. It'll be on Wednesdays, 6. Details will be forthcoming.
Awesome. Thank you, Tom. Kay?
Hey, all. I'm here to introduce you to the Wednesday morning life group. We meet, get this, Wednesday mornings here in the church library at 9:30 to about 10:30. It's a video-based group. What we do is we gather together, we have a short video, and then we discuss it, and then we share and pray. So it's pretty simple. We're currently doing the book of Titus. We chose that because our quizzers are memorizing that. We don't memorize. We don't get quizzed. Don't worry. And we've only done the introduction, so it's a perfect time to join if you're interested. Everyone is welcome, ladies, men, any age.
Thank you. Greg?
Hey, y'all. You that don't know me, I'm Steve Tasker. Really? In the Bible, in the book of Greg, it says, tell a man not to do something and he'll do it. Men, I lead a group Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock. It goes for about 60 minutes to maybe 90 minutes. Right now we have several guys that come. I've been leading it for probably 3-4 years. Guys have kind of come and gone. We got a nice core group. Personally, I like to see 2 or 3 groups. What Tom just said he started is going to be great. I don't know if it's men and girls. Okay. Well, I'm only men. I'm sorry. So anyway, it's Wednesday nights, 7 o'clock. We meet right over there in that room. We do a Bible study provided by Promise Keepers. It's a one-night study. It's not a video series. So if you miss a week, it's no big deal. And if someone wants to start another group, like if Wednesday's not good for me, say, oh, Joe over here says, well, I can do Thursdays. Good. Start a group Thursday. I'll provide you with the Promise Keeper stuff. And all you got to do is just bring this in, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. It kind of teaches the guys, leads them along, leads us to great discussions. And there's 2 or 3 guys here. If you want to talk to them and ask them about it, it's good. I know Dick Coes, Tucker, myself. You show up once in a while. And there's a couple others, but we'd love to see, just come out and try it once. And like he stole my flame in the beginning, he says, you don't get to know people in church walking by. It's like, hi, how are you? And phew, you need to sit down and chat with them. And we've had some good discussions, and I know I'm over a minute, so.
Thanks, Greg. Go ahead, Sherry, you want to come up? Steve, you're a little taller than Steve Tasker, I think. A little taller.
Which one first?
Whichever one you choose. Yep.
All right, I'm here representing 2 groups. One is the Tuesday morning ladies' Bible study, which I'm not the leader of, but I'm taking the place of Kathy Costello, who is not here today. So on Tuesday mornings, a bunch of us, and I see several of you here, meet at 10 o'clock at Jane Cooper's house. We have been studying a variety of things, but this year currently we're studying a Beth Moore series called Jesus the One and Only. It's on the book of Luke, and it's really good. We've been getting all kinds of good stuff. This group is just the group that I wanted when I came to Albion. When we came here 8 years ago, I was looking for a group like this. And this group is my people. I mean, I really appreciate them. And so I'll just say we eat together once a month. We have a lunch together. We celebrate birthdays together. It's a good group. And there's always room for more. So at Jane Cooper's house, if you don't know where it is, ask somebody. There's a bunch of our people right here, and there's some more over there and there. So anyway, that is one of the groups that I am representing. The other group, so I'll switch. Okay, I'm somebody else now. I'm me. Now I am Sharon Stewart. And my husband and I, Brian, and I have been doing a Sunday morning recap of the pastor's message. And it's been good because, when you sit in church, you don't get a chance to get too involved, and then afterwards you go eat dinner or something. And so then I can think of many times in my life people said, "How was church?" And I says, "Good. What did the pastor preach on?" "I don't know. It was good though." So this is...
Wow.
It was good.
You didn't get that part.
It was good. But anyway, what we do in our group is we go through and talk about what did the pastor preach about? What were the verses? What questions came to your mind when you were listening? What thoughts, what should we, sometimes it's just a jumping off point to something else. But we've been doing this for a while. We're going to start next Sunday, and it's going to be at 11:30 after the morning service. We are going to talk about the sermon we just heard. Okay? So the one we just heard next week, we will talk about afterwards. It will be downstairs in the fellowship hall. And I don't know if there's anything else I should be saying. Brian, did I leave you out anything?
We pray.
Oh, we pray. Yes, we do.
For each other, yep.
Yes, it's a chance to share prayer requests too. We do that Tuesday morning as well. So are there any? I was just trying to think if I left out.
Yeah, that's good.
Before I keep talking.
Brenda, sorry. Brenda, come on up. Thank you, Sharon.
I'm here to talk to you about Saturday Crafternoon. So once a month we get together, anyone, any age, any gender, anybody is welcome to come. The group started primarily because I realized I have projects, crafts that I've worked on and maybe left and haven't finished them. And this is a group of folks that just get together, bring your own craft with you. We get together at noon on a Saturday and work for about 3 hours. We will have a small luncheon that is provided. You can bring a snack if you want to. We do a 5-minute devotional, pray together, and then spend the rest of the time doing our crafts. It's been really, really enjoyable, very fun. And someone always has something else. Like if you don't have a craft to work on, just either let me know, but somebody usually has something else they're willing to share or teach you. We've also had folks that were teaching each other what kind of crafts to do, like crocheting and things like that. So come on, everybody. Next one is October 22nd, noon to 3. The God moment?
God moment, yeah.
So last month we were talking about the devotional was on getting out of God's way and allowing God to use us and for us to understand other folks. And I had happened to prop the door open, and a homeless gentleman came in, and we were able to feed him and give him food, not only to eat, but also to take on his way so he could eat again later on in the day. And that was the grace of God.
There you go. That's awesome. Sheila.
Way around. Obstacle course. Hi, everyone. So
So I am here to talk about Women of the Word, otherwise known as WOW, because come on, we are WOW, right? WOW meets on Monday evenings, 6:30 to 8, downstairs in the fellowship hall. And I can't really tell you that we study a specific thing, because each time we end a study, we start a new study, and it might be on a book of the Bible, or it might be on a specific topic. Or this summer we took the time and everyone took their favorite verse, and we talked about the verse. But whatever we're doing, it's always from the Word. You can join at any time. We have been running about 12 to 14 ladies on Monday nights, so we have already actually started to break up into smaller groups. So we come together to begin, we pray, we break up into our groups to do our lesson, and then we come back to share prayer requests. So every Monday night at 6:30, and you can start at any time. You don't have to wait until a series is done before you start back up or join us. Okay? So, any questions? You can see myself, and I'm going to throw Lois Chamberlain out right now because she was the one that chose our lesson that we're doing right now. So either I or Lois can give you information about the study we're doing now.
Excellent, thank you. So there you go. We have groups for everybody. Everybody here can be in a group. There's a group for you. Just choose one. Now, one of the ways you can do that, if you have your phone with you, you can go ahead and download our Church Center app. Go to the Church Center app and then make sure you type in Albion Free Methodist Church. You'll find us. And from there, you go to the groups page and you can see all of them that are available. Or if you don't have your phone with you, or if you're not that technical, but you do have a computer, you can go to our website, and especially if you're at home with us right now, you can go to the website and you go to the groups tab, and even I think it's on the front page too right now, right? So if you go to the front page, you can go down there, you click on where it says groups, and it'll open up to all the groups that are available. So you just heard them all, and you heard about them. Now some of you might be sitting here going, you know what? I could do that. I could open up my home. I could let some people come in and maybe make some food and hang out and talk. The thing about the recap, where's Sharon? Thank you for doing that, because actually, so Jen and I will also be doing one. So Tuesday nights at our home, starting at 6:30 Tuesday nights, we're going to welcome people in, and we're going to do the recap as well. So you can join that group and tell me how terrible I did, or tell me what verses I got wrong, or whatever. All right? Okay. But the beauty of the recap one too is maybe you're saying, you know what, I'm not that deep into theology or deep into understanding things, or even, well into how do I talk about this? Well, you take the recap page that she makes up, and she's got some great questions and great direction, and you can just use that. And it gives you a great opportunity to just invite people into your home and say, hey, let's talk about the message from this past Sunday. So that might be an opportunity. So if you are interested in that, you heard all the groups, and you're like, well, I want to start my own. Make sure you come see me after service, and I'd like to talk to you more about that. Okay? So that's all the groups. Everybody can be in a group. Please join a group. Now, here's the other thing. Only join one, all right? Be very conscientious about making sure that you're in one group and not all of them, all right? Join one group, because the other thing we want to see happen in groups is intimacy. Right? We want to see an opportunity for a group to grow together. And that's hard if somebody keeps going in and out, or you keep having new people come in and out, like that. So please get connected and stay connected and be in that group for that reason. All right? Okay. So now you've heard about all the groups. That's the spiel. All right. Now, before we leave today, we have one more opportunity to win a prize. Anybody want to win a prize this morning before you leave today? A couple of you do. The kids do. All right. So if you look on your table, there's construction paper. I know some of you already kind of grabbed. Go ahead and grab the construction paper. Okay. And what you're going to do is we're going to give you, let's say we're going to give you 10 minutes. I might cut it short, but we're going to give you about 10 minutes. We'll see what happens. We want you to build there's also tape, so you can use the tape. You can use the construction paper. You can use tape. And then if anything you have in your pocket, you want to use that too. The tallest you can get it. All right? So you need to build or construct. You're all right, Tara? You're looking at me like, I don't know anything about, all right? Okay. Try to build the tallest structure you can make out of 8 pieces of paper. And when we're done, I'm going to measure it. All right? And the winning table, everybody at the table will get a $5 gift card to the coffee joint. Yes. It does have to stand on its own. You have to be able to walk away from it, and it has to stand on its own. So go ahead. You got about 10 minutes. Build the tallest structure you can build. It has to stand on its own. No leaning against the pumpkins on the table.
About having that.
So far, this table over here is doing pretty good. They got to be able to walk away from it, though. No water bottle at the bottom, though.
No, oh no, there isn't.
All right, go ahead and use whatever's on your table. Got about 3-4 more minutes. It's 2 minutes. "45 seconds. 45 seconds. You can't use the chair. It had to be on your table. Mike already tried that. Sorry. Paul's not going to like me anymore. Seconds, 20 seconds. You have to be able to walk away from it. Nice job, man. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, let go. Walk away. You have to walk away, Peg. You got to let go. Walk away from it. I'll come around and measure. I think this is the one right here. What do we got? Right there. 83 inches right there, 83. Oops, sorry, did I get you? 80, let me check this one over here. Oh, you can only use the construction paper though. You said go ahead. Yeah, but that was. All right, I'll measure it.
You said we could cheat.
You said, well, we're still only at 60. All right, we're still only, that one's the, you got to let go of it. Oh, all right, you guys win over here, the Martin family. You guys got it. Good job. And my apologies to Paul especially for changing things. All right, here we go. Here you guys go. So, this is what it's like to be in a group, right? This is what it's like. You get together, you hang out, you have some fun. Maybe you do some fun games, and you eat. How many of you are into eating? Okay with eating, right? I'm into eating too. So, again, if you have not yet, make sure you download our Church Center app. Go on your phone, download that, look for Albion Free Methodist. Check out the groups page. You'll see them all there. Go ahead and start signing up or go on our website. I was mentioning, and Brenda reminded me that, yes, you can be in a couple groups because if you're in a craft or noon group especially, that's once a month. So go and do that, but then also make sure you're in a group where you're sitting down together. You're talking about God's Word, talking about what you're learning from Him and how it's affecting you and your faith, and maybe challenging each other, as the Word says, about spurring one another on. But another thing that's so important to be thinking about, who can you invite? Who can you bring along? Who can you say, hey, come on? Especially, so if you enjoyed this morning, we're actually going to do this for the next 3 weeks. All right? So all month, We're going to be getting together. Now, the rest of the 3 weeks, the kids are going to be back in Kids Zone, so love you kids, but all right? But each morning, we're going to come in, we're going to sit down at a table, we'll have some breakfast. Now, the next 3 weeks, we will have the worship team back up here, which we look forward to, right? And a regular message. But we'll have a chance to sit down and eat together and hang out together. And actually, it's going to be a little bit more interactive. So, be thinking about that, friend. Who is that one person that says, I don't know about church? You sit in those pews and you have to listen to all the rules, right? Tell them to come on here and tell them breakfast is on us. Bring them along, eat some breakfast, and hang out with us and enjoy the fact that we get to be a community, all right? So let's do this. Let's end off with a word of prayer, all right? And then I actually got a couple announcements for you. Lord, first of all, thank you so much. Thank you for who you are, your love for us. Thank you for this community. And thank you so much that you created us for community, Lord, and an opportunity to get to know each other and meet each other. So I pray for each one of us as we start to think about what's next and what group we would be a part of, that you would bless each of us and bless the groups. But also, Lord, I always pray for who isn't here yet. And who is it, Lord, that you're putting on our hearts even right now to bring with us again next Sunday, to continue to enjoy what it means to be a part of a group and part of a community and just hang out together and talk about God openly and honestly and real. And we'll let you be a part of our lives. So we thank you and we love you. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so before you leave, there's going to be one more prize, by the way, for each person at the table. But before that, you have a program. Make sure you know this Tuesday, we have our first Tuesday. Come on, hang out with us. We have some worship and some prayer and communion for that. Also, our CareNet is having a walk for life. That's happening next Saturday. You can click on the QR code to get signed up for that. And then finally, we have a trunk or treat. We're going to be doing that October 28th. That's going to be right here in the upper parking lot. If you want to be a part of that, let's get as many trunks as possible, and let's give something back to the community, especially to the kids. Let's sugar them all up and send them home, right? All right, but be a part of that. Let us know you're going to be a part of it by signing up, all right? And then now, before you leave, as you get up, make sure you look under your seat, all right? And if you look under your seat, whoever has the orange tag gets to take the centerpiece right there, the pumpkin in the middle. Other than that, have an awesome week, and we'll see you back here next Sunday for some more pizza.